Hey guys, we're back in my little spot on the fireplace. Hi guys, welcome back to the vlogs. Happy 2023. I hope you're all doing really well. It is a very exciting day. We are starting the first of many cleaning organisational webisodes that will be going up on the channel throughout January. January is very much going to be new month, new fresh starts kind of feel. So I do hope you enjoy organisational cleaning videos, because that is a lot of the content you're going to be getting throughout this month. Obviously, to give you a bit of behind the scenes and to be transparent with you guys, currently it is the week between Christmas and New Year as I'm filming this, and most of the rooms will be done kind of ahead of time. I work full time and I do this, so I need to, you know, get ahead with my content as much as possible, just so I can make sure that I'm being constant to you guys. So full transparency there. So my plan is to really deep clean and organize every single room in this house. We have 6 rooms in total of our little terrace home, and I really want to make sure that every single one of them is spick and span, so that we've got some really good like ease and guidance as to what we're doing in the new year, where we're going with everything. Some of them are also going to majorly help towards, you know, renovation projects that I've got planned for this year. So it is highly like needed, this kind of clean and organisation. Particularly the one that we're going to be doing today is like the big one that's really going to push everything kind of forward and stuff. The other ones are going to be helpful, but they're not necessarily kind of like make it or break it. This video today is the make it or break it one when it comes to organisation and cleaning. So to give you an idea, we're going to be doing today the cellar and the basement, and then we've got the living room and the bedroom, which is going to slash the hallway, because the hallway is just a small space, so it can kind of merge into it. And then finally the kitchen, which is going to be a bit more of a weekend project, because I believe there'll be a few mini DIYs I'll need to do just to help maximise like the organisation and tidying and just function of the space. So today, as I mentioned, we're doing the cellar and the attic. I've shown the cellar slash basement before. You would have seen that makeover if you've followed any of the room makeovers for a while. That was one that I did last year. Very much helped with like organisation, having storage space. It was a hefty one to do. The attic one is the one that really we need to tackle today, so that's kind of the room we're going to start with, because there is just so much stuff up there, and we really need to divide it into 3 categories: things we're going to get rid of, things that we're going to keep up there, and then things that we need to relocate to other areas of the house that maybe we can't quite do straight away, but we know that they need to go to that area of the house. Most of the stuff upstairs should be able to move downstairs once we kind of configure that, but we need to see how much stuff we actually got. We have to just be vicious and really just kind of, you know, bulldoze through that room and just be like yay or nay or stuff. So Lee is on orders to fill up the car with as much stuff as we can take to the recycling centre, and I think it will be a day of going back and forth. I just want to make sure that we end the day with at least that room, I'm going to say 50% done. I think it's still going to maybe take 1 or 2 more weekends to really do. Particularly, I know there's furniture up there that we need to sell. And yeah, and then it should be in a good position to start the makeover. So I don't know if I've actually spoken about what we're doing in that room, but the attic room is going to be the first major room makeover of 2023. If I've already said what we're turning that into, then you guys are in the know, but for a little bit of clickbaitiness, I'm not going to reveal anything at the moment, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on that first major makeover, which I think is going to be epic once it's done, if I say so myself. So I'm going to drink a bit more coffee, grab the other half once he's had his porridge. So what I'm going to do is take you guys upstairs and show you where we are at the moment with the attic, and see what I can just do at the moment myself, myself and I. So let's get cracking. Okay, so the door to the attic. So this is the hallway. Just realised the Christmas pictures are still up, so need to remove those today. You know that this space very well. Obviously the bathroom's behind me. That's the primary bedroom. This is the door to the attic. I'm a little embarrassed to show this because, oh my goodness, there's just so much stuff on this stairs. If you can't tell, this becomes very much a dumping ground of stuff that we put here that we know we need to take upstairs. We just can't be arsed. So let me clamber over this and show you what we've got to work with upstairs. Okay, I cannot believe I'm showing this on camera. This is incredibly embarrassing. This is the attic room. It used to be my home office during the pandemic, and then obviously turn my back on it very, very quickly. But yes, this is the space. There's just stuff here that desperately needs sorting through, organising, getting rid of. So it is going to be very cathartic once we're done with it. There's kind of, I'm definitely going to have to do zones because of where we're going to be working on in terms of the space. So obviously this side of the room is the first bit we're going to be working on. So I need to make sure I push kind of everything over that side. You can see a couple of DIY projects, by the way, in the background. Can't wait to take you on those. But yeah, there's just a lot of organising to do. The main thing we're going to do is look at these boxes. If you haven't heard me talk about the really useful boxes, I'm addicted to them. They're so good. They're so easy to like use, and yeah, stacking wise, they all fit on top of each other. So they click into place. There's no kind of like odd boxes that don't match. It's perfect. So cannot recommend them enough. I'll link them down below if you are interested. But I know there's a couple here that are empty that I need to grab. So I need to kind of get those and fill them up. And like I said, there's 3 categories to everything. What we can get rid of, what we can move downstairs, and what is going to stay up here. So let me kind of perch you over here and I'll kind of talk to you through what is going where. So, okay guys, just taking a moment to sit on the floor. So as I mentioned, obviously some stuff is going to be relocated downstairs, but not everything. Without giving too much away about this room, although it might become obvious what this room is going to be, this is going to be a very lived in space in the near future. So I want it to be a calm, like comforting space. But because this whole house lacks storage, we are going to need some sort of built-in hideaway storage for certain things that will not be able to go anywhere else in the home. And a lot of it has to do with the cellar and this being a very old house. So this winter we've had some problems with damp, particularly kind of on the north facing side of the house, which is where the living room and our primary bedroom is, because it's so cold and it's been wet and there's just been no sunshine. We've had some really bad problems with damp on those walls, as some of you may have seen on my Instagram account. And the cellar is one of those rooms that is particularly bad with damp. We unfortunately had to get rid of the rug that we put down there because of how bad it was getting. We just didn't want to ruin the rug any more than it was already getting because of the fact that it's not watertight down there. I mean, it's still a great storage area. I'm so glad we put the work into it to really get those shelving units in, because they have helped massively. But a lot of the pretty stuff like the woven baskets and stuff, we've just had to relocate to other spaces because of how damp it can get down there. In the summer it's fine, during these colder months though it's really bad. So part of what we're thinking is moving a lot of the stuff that we can do downstairs, particularly stuff that we know we want regular access to, that we don't really use that much because of the fact we don't have regular access to it, but also taking into consideration what can fit into what of the really useful boxes. So as if you can't tell, long time fan of them, but they are waterproof and airtight, which means we can keep stuff downstairs and not worry about it too much. Even with how great the boxes are though, there's just some things I'm not risking going down there. So something like this, which is my collector's issue of Tatler in honour of Her Majesty the Queen. This is something that I keep up here, still in an airtight box, but it's not something I'm going to put in the cellar where it could be in immediate danger. Like, it's just for peace of mind. And there's other stuff that physically wouldn't fit down there, things like our Christmas tree. It's 7 foot, and even though it's in a really useful box, it's just too big to have anywhere in the cellar where it would get out of the way. So really having to think everything through and organise it. We're going to have to work, like I said, in kind of quadrants. So I'm going to have to kind of put most of the stuff to this side. But I think once we kind of battle through it, particularly the things where I can just say, look, you just need to throw them away. Like there's things up here, like I can see like my Apple mat box, I can see the TV box, which I know we say we always keep just in case we'll move, but I'm just like, we just need to get rid of them because we're not moving for a while and it's just taking up space, and we'll find a way to move the TV and the Mac. But I mean, I'm never going to use that box. I don't know why. I don't know why us millennials have this need to keep these boxes just in case, but we do. But there's loads of stuff. Like there's this box that needs to go in the recycling and whatnot. So I think once I start to clear through a lot of the clutter, that is when things are going to start opening up and I'm going to see the light at the end of the tunnel and whatnot. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is just be ruthless and start getting rid of the things that we need to say, no, we're not keeping anymore. These are going in the bin. So let me set you up somewhere and yeah, let's get cracking on with the first bit of cleaning and organising. Oh my god. I feel like this is so 90s of me, but I'm keeping some of my like DVDs. We got rid of loads, but like these ones I'm just not risking the fact that like they will not be on Netflix all the time. So let me just introduce you to my favourite films. Okay, we have Mona Lisa's Smile, Miss Congeniality, It's a Wonderful Life, Into the Wild, Memoirs of a Geisha, Officer and Gentleman, Paris When It Sizzles, Funny Face, Devil Wears Prada, Clueless, obviously, Casablanca, Roma Holiday, Sabrina Stepmom, and Breakfast at Tiffany's. All need to go downstairs, so I have them just in case I ever want a feel-good movie and it's not available on Prime, Netflix, or Disney. Okay, the camera cut out, but we managed to get your artwork down to one box.
Yeah.
And then we have a spare box, and we've got more cards. More bloody cards.
All these times we need cards.
Like literally, this is why we needed to do this for so long.
We don't really need to buy cards again. Oh, these are secure cards. These are like
Yeah.
kiss kiss. Remember that dancing? And find a flower. Okay.
Okay, I feel like we don't have to buy cards for a while. We've done a good haul, haven't we, of stuff?
Good birthday card there.
So.
Oh, pens.
Oh my god, more bloody iPhones. So many iPhones. Oh my god, we've just got a blast from the past. Oh my god, guys. If you're a millennial, comment down below. Nick on Coolpix. For those who were born in the 2000s, this was what we took to clubs to take pictures. This was the original digital camera. Not digital camera, digital phone. I can't believe I found that. I bet it does it even work? No, no way. I feel like keeping this, babe. Like, actually.
I can't hear you over my snood.
Oh my god, it took batteries. It didn't even have camera batteries, it took actual batteries.
In my day, you used to have to stand still for 8 hours and have your picture taken.
In my day, we had oil paintings. I don't actually think I can throw away my Coolpix. I don't know if I can. Such nostalgia.
Save it for the future kids and they'll be like...
I was just thinking that, being like, oh, so you would like a new camera? Here you go.
God. Yeah. You want a camera phone? There you go. Camera, phone, done, sorted. Piece of it.
Here's your new phone.
Just glue it to the back.
Can we just, like...
I thought phones were supposed to get small and sleek.
This is definitely yours.
What?
Smashed.
Yeah, of course it's mine.
Oh my god, this is hilarious. Okay, it has been a couple of hours since I last spoke to you and we have made a lot of progress. Doesn't feel like it looks like that, but progress has been made. We have some sawdust on the floor because what you guys didn't know was hiding behind this door, which is actually the door between the stairway and the living room that we took off just for a bit more open plan living, was a pair of like pieces to an IKEA packed wardrobe that we brought over from our previous house and it broke, and we've just been keeping them there ever since. So we broke them down, we did 2 skip runs, and yeah, we got rid of all the rubbish stuff that was here, apart from a few things. That's fine though. And then just bits and bobs over here that we need to sort. And then over here, I am working out where things go based on what they are for. So I've got a chair that is staying up here, some photo frames and stuff that I'm just putting to one side as and when I need them, so I don't have to buy new frames. I've got our Christmas tree up there, which is just too big to go downstairs. I also have, from the really useful box, the wrapping paper box, which is great. That is our air purifier, a spare folding chair. That is for the next shop, which is not happening anytime soon, but we have it ready to go. And then over here, this is a dollhouse. This is a DIY coming to you another time. And then kind of behind here, obviously we've got some spare crockery that I just want to keep safe. I've got Lee's artwork box. And then this bit here, this is all the stuff that we have taken down from the rental that we're just putting to one side for when we leave, basically. So this mirror and this, although I might upcycle this mirror because it's like a full length mirror, so much like the one that I used on my dressing table, which was left here. I might just upcycle that one, and then I've got a full length mirror that I can put somewhere in the home. Let me set you up and kind of talk you through plans and stuff, give you a sneak peek of what we're thinking design wise, and then yeah, we'll carry on sorting and organising. Okay, I've precociously parked you on top of a suitcase. So, coming together with everything, and yeah, I'm starting to see more of a vision and an idea of what we're going to do in this room. One of the things that I'm doing, which kind of involves the door in that space, so let me just mobilise you around so you can see what I'm talking about. So it's this space here at this side of the room. Oh, this is quite funny, having you on a suitcase. So, what my plan is to do some sort of built-in like cupboard storage, and the door is a very good example of like what length it needs to be, so that A, we can store the door in there, and did I say A? Yeah, A, we can store the door in there, and then B, there's ease access that we need to be able to have. So I can kind of measure out where exactly the length of the storage is going to be, which is good because it gives us ample storage than I thought we were going to get up here, and also it's a very good guide of what I can fill up in that space and keep up here whilst being ruthless with everything like that. So now we've kind of pulled through most of the stuff we needed to throw. I mean, there was stuff up here that like was on the to-do list for so long. Like there was an old rug that was up here for years prior to the last living room makeover that should have gone to the skip a long time ago. There was like the packed wardrobes that we should have got through to. There was just so much stuff in here, and we've been quite ruthless with what we've been doing. But now is the time to start kind of really organising and stuff like that. So my thinking is anything over this corner again is going to be like the throwing section. I've got bin bags from the supermarket, so we've got some good kind of like getting it organised. So it's a case of like throughout the week I can just load some stuff in my car, quickly pop to the recycling centre, and then sort and organise it from there. Obviously I want to start piling things in that back corner where the built-in storage will be, that I know will live in there, so I can get an idea of how much I can put in there. I'm going to put everything in the other corner on the other side of that bit, and that's going to be stuff that I'm keeping but needs to be relocated to a different area but can't be relocated yet, because there's some stuff that might be doing a bit of a switcheroo and everything like that, but it can't move just yet because of the space. Again, this is all alluding, and I feel like you guys might have catched on by now what we're going to be doing with this space, but again, I'm going to tease until I do the reveal to keep you guys interested. And then along the back here, which I've somewhat already started here, is going to be all the stuff that I'm relocating down to the cellar. So I've got a couple of more, I think about an hour or so up here. Both the lights don't work in this room. They need replacing bulb wise, but they're not real bulbs, if that makes sense. They're not like the traditional bulbs, so I have to sort them out. So I've only got like an hour's worth of sunlight basically before this room, I won't be able to work in it. So what I'm gonna do is do as much as I can up here, just really putting it into piles and stuff, so at least the middle space is movable, and then I will start to work on the cellar because we've got plenty of light down there. But I am already feeling quite relieved of how much we've managed to get through and how it's looking so far, and yes, I'm very excited for this space. I literally can't wait to make it over. It's a long time coming, and I think it's going to be gorgeous once we've completed it. And yeah, I'm excited for what we're going to do in the space. I'm so sorry if the light is really bad in here, but I've actually completed up here and I didn't think it was possible. So we have a small selection of stuff that we are getting rid of. I also have this old side cupboard that we had in our old place that unfortunately broke with the legs and stuff, but it was still somewhat useful like this, but it is completely destroyed. So that is something that I say me, but I'm probably going to ask my other half to break down. And then that will be one tip run, which will be amazing. And then this side, this tower boxes here, this stuff here, and this stuff here all needs to go downstairs. I found a spare box, which is great. Now I will admit this side of the room looks a bit scary, as if I've just moved the stuff from one side of the room to the other. But there's logic in what I've done here, which is I know where things are going. I know things that need to relocate, and also just a lot of decor pieces that I really want out visually, because as and when I'm doing these makeovers, as and when I'm changing things around seasonally, I do want a good visual of what I have available. Like, I had no idea how many like big massive like A1 frames I had, which I can easily upcycle. Like, silver is not my colour at the moment in the house, but I can spray paint that gold. That's perfect. This is good to have because I've been looking to do like a linen memo board DIY, and that will come in nicely. Lots of boxes there, and then, you know, faux florals, everything. So although this side looks chaotic, I know exactly what I've got, and that is great. And then, as I mentioned, this is sort of the cupboard side of things, which really ends like here with the box. See, memory box full of all the gorgeous different, I actually don't know if I've ever really shown this. Like I said, I have a thing of keeping magazines and stuff, so I have kept several of the what happened with Queen Lizzie, you know, just in case my kids or my grandkids ever ask me like what happened. But what I do when I travel is I collect a fashion magazine from wherever I've gone to. So this is one that I got from Jordan. This is Paris. I know that. Is that Paris? No, it's Vogue Italia. I apologise. Well, that one was important because it was the first time a man had ever been on the cover of Elle. I think this one is Paris Vogue. I don't know why that one's kept, but there's Audrey Hepburn on it. That's Paris Vogue. I don't know which one that one is. Oh no, that's American Vogue, isn't it? Yeah, American US Vogue. I know what that one is. That's from when we got married, April 2017. España, that's when we went to Brazil. That is when I went to Thailand. That will be another US one that I picked up many moons ago. I've got the royal wedding in there. Both royal weddings, I believe. Yeah, there we go. And I know it sounds corny, but I do keep them because they're just really joyful to look at, and they remind me of like that time and that trip and stuff, particularly with the date on the side. And like I said, if I ever have like kids or grandkids and they want to know like, oh, we have a project, we need to talk about what was happening when Queen Elizabeth died, well, sweeties, here you go. I've got magazines and newspapers galore for you to scan or rip up and collage. So Grandma Elle's got you covered. Apologies for that, guys. We had a battery die. And then, yeah, so all that stuff is what we're going to build in. Like I said, it's from that box there, kind of across. So there's plenty of space. Obviously, I don't want to make it too chock, otherwise I won't be able to fit in to grab stuff. And then this side of things is organised chaos. This is basically things I have no idea what I'm doing with, like top-wise. I don't know what I'm doing with them yet, so I'm leaving them there. That is a DIY project that I'm leaving up here, but I will be doing very, very soon. That is all like my camera studio equipment I will be moving, but there's no room for it to move yet, so I'm just keeping it there. That is all my travel stuff. I'm going to be needing that soon, so actually having that there means I can come up the stairs, grab it and go, which was much better than you saw this morning of like clambering over things. And then that brings you nicely back to the bit where we need to break down and destroy and get rid of. But what it is good is that towards the mid of this month, I will start planning and plotting stuff out, and I can start working on this side of the room, which then I can then work on that side of the room once I've worked on this bit. If that makes any sense whatsoever. It did in my head, but yeah, this room is so big and massive now. Like, look how much room we've got. Oh my god. So good. I can't tell you how excited I am to make over this space. Like, cannot wait to take you guys along for the ride. Okay, from one nightmare of a room to another, we are back in the cellar, which as you can see has got a bit shambles, but I am here to organise it, and I actually might tick off both rooms in one day, which is actually incredible. I think I was pushing it, but might be able to do it. So let me give you a bit of a tour of what's going on in this space and what we're going to be doing with it. Okay, so you can see it is chocker at the moment. I have all my seasonal boxes for Christmas decors and whatnot, which are going to be living in here permanently. I have appliances down here. I have Dash's cage, cardboard that we're keeping off the floor so that it doesn't disintegrate in front of us. We have an old freezer that we were using for the shop that we no longer need, and we definitely need to get rid of it. That's like a tip run for another day. And yeah, it's just a little bit, it's not actually too bad when I actually think about it. It's just going to be tight to work in terms of moving stuff off and where. My thinking is, I'm going to keep this like it is with the welly boots and whatnot. When we eventually move this, I think it'll be easier to get to, because at the moment we've just got them on the stairs to easily grab with this weather. But I think if I clear things out, it might make it a bit more easier access. We're moving all the pantry stuff, so these boxes, like I said, some of them have not survived being down here, so we're going to move them upstairs, and then I'm going to arrange this so that this is where I'm going to stock all the Christmas decor and seasonal decor. So I have the boxes for my Easter decorations and my Halloween, fall, autumn decorations. So I want all that to live here, and then that kind of side will be done for the moment. I need to make a different box for Dash's towels and stuff, so I should hopefully find a better box for that use. Obviously this side, when we can get to it, is like the garden stuff, which will just stay as it is for the moment. This is obviously my DIY section. This isn't too bad. I will need to tidy it one day, but it's not going to be today. You know, these are the things. And then this section just could be tidied up a bit more. Like, I definitely don't need these cushions. I've got them, I don't like them, so I'm just going to need to get rid of them, and that frees up a nice big box. Some stuff that I need to work through in terms of cleaning products, stuff for DIYs, stuff down there that I don't even know what that is. And then this section is kind of somewhat changed. I don't even remember what it was before, but it's become a bit of a dumping ground. Obviously we've got a bit of like Dash's leftover food, my candle hobby, craft stuff, gloves that we use for the shop, like they're all kind of there, and our recycling bins which we cannot access. So again, it just all needs a bit of sorting and organising. I think I'm going to have like a lot of shelves like left over that I'm just going to have to store on top, but it is not actually that bad at all. That wasn't even a sentence, but you know what I mean. Like, I'm thinking it's kind of nightmarish, but it actually isn't. And I think if I move a lot of it towards the door, Lee will fill up the car, and what I'll be able to do is an early morning tip run tomorrow with everything. So I don't think it's that bad at all. All right, I'm going to park you up. We're going to start tidying and organising, and hopefully we'll blast through it. I'm going to work on this side first. Okay, that was a tough job, but it's all done. I have somewhat trapped myself in this basement though. I didn't mean to, but I threw all the stuff that I wanted to get rid of and completely blocked the stairwell, so I need to call for the other half to set me free. Until then, I thought I'd give you a very quick, oh no, there we go. I thought I'd give you a very quick tour of what we've got so far. It feels so much better in here, and I just, yeah, it's gonna get better from here. So let me give you a tour of our cellar. So this is the barricade of stuff that I need moving out of the way before I can get in. Then you've got this bit here. Obviously, like I said, we need to get rid of this before the new year. I'm gonna make sure of it, or maybe on New Year's, depending when the skip is open. This is our old air fryer that I'm gonna see if our neighbour wants. It's perfectly good, but we just decided to treat ourselves. We are now old money and have a dual air fryer. We're very posh. These are old bags and stuff that I think I just need to get rid of. We've got plenty of like shopping bags like this. I don't think we need any more. And then we come into all the tidying sections. So I've got the chairs down here because if we put them outside, there's just too many, and we have to have them facing this way so I can get access to the electric cupboard as and when. There's a gap missing for sort of the party celebration box that I have, but these are all my seasonal celebration stuff. So you can see Christmas is the majority, and then I have one box for spring, Easter, which definitely needs filling, and then I have one for Halloween. So they're going to all sit there. I didn't find a box yet for towels and stuff, but to be honest, that's actually doing all right, and they're just literally Dash's towels, so I might just leave it and do a bit of organisation. That is not living there. That is the wreath bag for the Christmas wreath that I made this year. But I didn't realise how big I got them. So I think actually there's two. I think I can put all the other wreaths in one and save a bit of storage. And I think I'm just going to take these bags upstairs just because I could hang them somewhere, but I can just see them getting knocked about and stuff. And I think actually it'd probably be better for them to go and live with the Christmas tree. And then there's a space for Lee's wellies and my wellies, so that's kind of easy grab stuff as and when we need it. Plus the champagne, the champagne situation up here, you know, because we need to celebrate. This section is all kind of as it was. We've got gardening stuff here, outdoor stuff, uni pizza ovens down there, car and bike stuff, even though we don't have a bike yet, we still have some bike stuff in there. That is our gas box. Then we have the cupboard for all my power tools and stuff locked away. I need to get rid of this shoe stand thing. It was just kind of staying there, but it is getting a bit grotty. This is all wood that can't fit elsewhere, so must start some DIY projects so I can get rid of them. And then that is a reminder to put the outdoor light up on the front door makeover that I've literally not done and probably won't do until next spring, but it will get done. I gave my DIY station a very quick tidy up and it feels better now. I can see what I've got. It's less chaotic, so that is all good. I got rid of those seat cushions. Like I said, didn't like them. I'll get some new ones that I actually like. I've just kind of put my candle making stuff there and Lee's shop stuff, so the gloves and the additional stuff for the first aid box, so he can grab those as and when he needs to. I've got all kind of cleaning products here and whatnot that I need to just get through, so that is again a project that I just need to kind of get through. And then stuff for the doll's house when I come to that makeover. A little corner bit here is just general stuff that I have no organisation for. And then this is the final bit that is going to take some work, and I don't know if this is like the final kind of layout of everything, but it works for the moment. So top shelf, there's a massive box full of Dash's toys and stuff. We had like this really nice chest that unfortunately got mouldy when we had a damp problem because it was next to the wall that was like soaking wet. So unfortunately that got ruined. I am searching every time I go to HomeSense because that's where I got it from, and if I see another one I will get it because it was perfect for all his toys. But for now this is perfect. He's got a bunch of toys out, and when we think he's getting bored of them we can just come down here, grab more and just swap and swap. And then just at the side there is his food that we can fill up his tub, which is actually in the laundry room at the top of the stairs. And then I found this spare one of these, which is the 9 litre capacity, and it just fits in Lee's skillet pan nicely, which is not something we can fit upstairs at the moment. I think what I'm going to do is go and get another one to go on there and then have like kitchen stuff. I have one of the 21 litres full of the stuff for the ice cream maker and just kind of like fancy ice cream scoops, ice cream bowls, etc. So when we're having one of those fancy moments we can grab those as and when, most likely dinner parties. This one looks lonely, it just has one plate in it, but there's a good kitchen organisation that I'm going to be doing that will involve more plates going in here, and that's going to be more of like my fancy plates section. And that's probably where I'm going to be like, I don't know if it's going to change or not, but for the moment I think getting most of the fancy plates in there will work really nicely. And then I had a spare 35 litre box that I just put in this kind of drink dispenser thing for summer parties. Again, when we have them, it's just nice to have. And then we have this pasta making kit that again I just put in there so it's out of the way. And then we've got our I don't know what you would call that, casserole dish, I'm not sure, but that's there. Again, no room upstairs. Hopefully one day we will when we move on to do the kitchen makeover. And then the ice cream maker, because it was just not fitting in any of the boxes anywhere, so it sits nicely there. And then we've just got enough room now to move around, etc, etc. I'm going to call for help, so Lee will load up all that stuff in the corner there into my car so that first thing in the morning can head straight to the recycling centre. but my 2 rooms of organisation and tidiness are completed. Okay, I am in our bedroom, just finishing off this vlog. Lee's downstairs watching the football, so we need to give him a break. He's been an absolute trooper in terms of sorting things out, tidying everything up, and loading up my car ready for me to just drive it to the skip tomorrow. So we're letting him have his evening to himself. I'm just having myself to a Diet Coke with lime. Favourite drink. Oh, hello! You haven't really said hello today in the vlogs, have you? Bless him. But yeah, this is it for now. So first room completed. I'm so happy. Or first rooms done. They've made such a difference in terms of tidying them. It doesn't feel like a lot has been done because a lot of it is just moving stuff from one space to the other. But they feel so much better. They feel tidier, and yeah. Oh, there's people chatting outside. But yeah, they feel so much better and organised and tidy, and I feel very much motivated to take on like the rest of the projects. So let me have a look at my laptop at the schedule of what we're doing in order of tidying. Okay, so the next one, oh god, now I'm like blue light. The lighting has just been all over the place in these vlogs, I do apologise. But the next video that we will be filming is the living room. So that's another area that we're really using a lot of that needs some proper like organisation and tidy. So I feel like this one may be a bit hit and miss for some people, and I appreciate that, you know. Not everyone has like a cellar and an attic the way we have it, but if you are someone that has something similar, hopefully it will inspire you in terms of how to organise things and whatnot. I will link all the really useful boxes down below if you're interested, because I cannot recommend them enough. Like, they're so good for storage and organisation. But I think the living room one will be very popular to you guys, because it's going to be storage and organisation that you can all get on board, because all of us have living rooms. If you guys are not already subscribed, please do so. It'd be lovely to have more of you guys on here. I have a goal in mind that I've manifested, that I will have over 5,000 followers by the end of this year. It's going to happen, so why not be one of those? Come give us a follow. Let me know in the comments down below if you are on any major organisational projects like I am. I hope you guys have all had a great start to January. I know the first week, and particularly the second week, can be tough because it's just that kind of high, well, it's the low after Christmas high, and it's that back to work slog week. I'm going through the same thing, so I'm giving you all the hugs and loves towards, you know, I know exactly how I'll be feeling going back to work just after having 2 weeks off. I'll be like, oh, I need like more time off. But I hope this has brought you some sunshine or, you know, inspiration of what to do this weekend. In any case, have a lovely rest of your week. I will see you guys very, very soon, and yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.